Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome KIPP Thrive Academy teacher, Stacie Alvarez.
Hi, my name is Stacie Alvarez. I'm a first grade teacher at KIPP New Jersey Thrive Academy. I am so honored to be here with you today to share my story. I'm even more honored that I get to share this stage with two of my favorite people. Earlier this year, I shared with our team and some of our colleagues this idea that a child is someone's whole world, and that people invest all of their time and energy into them, and that we should honor that. And so today, you are going to hear the story of what happens when two worlds come together and how they can change the future. At 28 Wainwright Street in Newark, New Jersey, there is an apartment with a room that faces the corner. On any given night, you could have found me, a bright-eyed 13-year-old girl, staring out of her window. I was often looking out at a club where people often came to settle their disputes and left with police escorts, a vacant lot filled with trash, and an abandoned house. As I think back to those times, I watched as young pharmacists made exchanges with people in desperate need of a cure for their pain. I watched women sell what should never be sold for a price that people in one of the wealthiest states in our country call pocket change. The view from my window was disparaging. And although I didn't or hadn't seen anything different, I hadn't seen an alternative, I had people who convinced me that there was more. I had a mother who worked 2 jobs to make sure that I never knew how tightly the hand of poverty strangled our family. I had a father who, though he migrated to this country as a teenager alone and hadn't obtained a college degree for himself, tell me constantly that college wasn't an option. It was mandatory, and that I would be going, guaranteed. I had teachers like Barbara Harris, who saw me in a struggling class and pulled me out because she believed I had potential. Teachers like Charity Haygood, who spent their time and nurtured my ambition. I had mentors like Ryan Haygood, who told me that my dream of going to college was not an illusion, that it was a tangible goal, and that if I reached my hand out far enough and I worked hard, that I could hold it in my hands. I had a village. And so in 2009, when I arrived at the gates of Spelman College, I committed to 3 things. 1, that regardless of how hard it got and how much I struggled, I was going to make sure that I honored my village by obtaining a college degree. I committed to making sure that I was going to be a part of someone else's village, to make sure that they got to pursue their dreams like the village who was behind me. The 3rd commitment I made was that I was going to make sure that I became a part of the change in my city, so that when kids looked out of their windows, they had a different view. That commitment is what led me to and has kept me at Thrive Academy here at KIPP New Jersey. See, when I tell my KIPP teammates that I am going to visit every single home of my scholars before they arrive in my classroom because they need to know that I am a part of that village, no one looks at me crazy. And on Saturday and Sunday, when I go into the school building and spend hours that are just not okay, I can yell down the hall and know that incredible teachers like Kelly Willis will yell back because she's doing the same thing. And when teachers tell jokes about how KIPP should just go ahead and give us the rollout cots and install the showers, because we might as well live in our schools, I'm reminded of the beautiful village that we are all a part of. And when I set out on a mission to change the name of my classroom to Spelman College, because I want my kids to know what a kid from North could do, what's possible, I get a resounding yes from a team who believes it's possible too. See, at KIPP, we commit to to and through college for our kids. We promise that. And we go above and beyond to make sure that it happens. But it's not just the teachers and the scholars who make that commitment. It's our parents. They are behind us setting a fire, reminding us that our promises are not just sacred, but they are also possible. And every single day, they make the same promise to their kids as well. Parents like Ms. Horton.
Thank you. My name is Niesha Horton. I was born and raised in Newark, New Jersey on 590 Huntington Street. I lived in a two-parent household until one day this 13-year-old girl's little father turned to drugs and the prison system. It got hard for my mom. She had to work double shifts to care for me and my sister. Our financial situation stopped me from pursuing my dreams. And because of that, I knew when and if I had children, their story would be different. When it came to school, I never had that one teacher I connected with who pushed me, encouraged me, or even saw the potential in me. No one was there to assist me with college applications or even talk to me about the potential of going to college. What inspired me and pushed me to go to college was the fact that on my mother's side, only one person had a college degree, and on my father's side, no one didn't. I knew that I wanted to break that cycle. I knew I wanted to lead my cousins under me in that same direction. I wanted to be that change for our family, and it was going to start with me, and it did. There was never a time I did not go to school. I became a certified recording engineer. I got my BA in English Communications from Bloomfield College. I got a state job. I got my real estate license. And now I'm obtaining my master's and my MBA from Montclair State University. This little 13-year-old girl worked hard, and guess what? I made it happen. But I constantly wondered how much easier it would have been for me if I had someone there helping me or encouraging me, if I had a village behind me. I made it happen for myself, and now I'm determined to make it happen for my daughter. I chose KIPP THRIVE Academy, not by choice, kind of by force. Yes, my daughter's preschool teacher at the Leaguers recommended that I get her in, and at that time, she had two of her very own children in the KIPP network system. She told me to do what I gotta do, get her in, and I did, because she saw the potential in my daughter. First grade was the start of Destiny's educational journey. I went to the Thrive Family Barbecue over the summer, and I love it. It's the time where we get to interact with parents and students and teachers from the year before. At the first grade barbecue, I asked around to see who my daughter's teacher was, and I found out that it was Miss Alvarez. I started to ask a whole lot of questions. What is she like? I asked her old teachers, did you tell her about Destiny? Did you tell her who she is as a person? And everyone was like, yes. She will be in good hands, Miss Horton. But it wasn't until Mr. Gunter, who's the dean of Thrive Academy, who's my childhood friend, assured me she was in good hands, and he was not wrong.
I truly believe that I teach the most incredible people in the world. If you don't believe me, come see. Our scholars are filled with beautiful talent inside of them, and Daphne Horton is no exception. She has an incredible imagination, and she has infectious joy. The first time I read with Destiny, I gave her a book that was a little bit ahead of her grade level, just to see how she would respond to the challenge. I quickly realized Destiny had no idea what the words in the text said. She made up her own story. And after about 10 minutes of hearing her story, it was pretty incredible too. I asked her, I said, Destiny, you do know those aren't the words, right? She looked at me and she said, yes, but I tried. If that wasn't enough, the first time I played Whitney Houston for our kids, you know, hometown heroes, Destiny stood up and belted loudly all of the words to I Want to Dance with Somebody. My heart was stolen, and we spent hours after school listening to Whitney Houston and making her a better reader.
Destiny and Miss Alvarez have a special connection. Destiny visits her class every day before she goes to second grade now. Miss Alvarez picks her up for dinner dates, hangs out with her. She even comes to Destiny's dance performances. But last summer on our road trip to Florida, I stopped in North Carolina and I picked up my nephew who's at the age of 16 at the time. And we went out to eat, and at that dinner date, he began to talk about colleges and about studying for the SATs. And so I said to him, well, do you know where you're going? He was like, I don't know, Auntie, I don't know yet. And my 7-year-old daughter looked at him with this confused look on her face, and she said to him, how come you don't know where you're going? I know where I'm going. I'm going to Spelman College. I laughed, and of course, the 16-year-old said, oh, please be quiet, mind your business. I'm talking to your mother. But right then and there, I knew when we came back from Florida, I was going to take a 6-hour detour, but felt like 8 with the GPS, to Spelman College to show her this place that Miss Alvarez had been telling her about. I wanted her to see it for herself. Her excitement filled the car as we got closer. She said, Mommy, can I get your cell phone? I said, sure. She was like, Mommy, the GPS say we 30 minutes away. Now we 25 minutes away. Mommy, it say we 10 minutes away. I said, I know, and I'm real tired, but I'm trying to get excited as well. At least she's not saying, are we there yet? You know, are we back in New Jersey? So I said to her, oh my God, we almost there, Destiny. She was like, yeah, Mommy, we almost there. And her excitement filled the car. When we pulled up to the gates of Spelman College, and I got out my car, I couldn't even get my phone. My hands was shaking so bad. And my 7-year-old little girl was biting her nails as if she was about to be dropped off and I was going to never come pick her up. She was so excited to see Spelman College. And as soon as I took the picture, I thought to myself, I said, what if I had that teacher like Miss Alvarez that exposed me to something at such a young age, how easier it probably would have been for me. As soon as I took her picture, she said, Mommy, can we text Miss Alvarez right now? I said, okay, we will. And I text Miss Alvarez the picture.
When I got that picture, I cried for hours. Destiny's view from her window is already so different from the one I had growing up in Newark. At 7 years old, she has seen what I didn't even know existed.
Horton. I am in 2nd grade at Thrive Academy. My teachers talk about 2028 a lot. That's the year I will be going to college. But I know for me, 2032 is just the beginning. That's the year with my mom, Miss Alvarez, and my whole KIPP New Jersey village behind me. I will be graduating from Spelman College. Promises that you make to us are sacred because we trust you. Thank you.